All right, friends, Wednesday, October 7th. I hope everyone's having a good week so far. Let's get right into it. What do we got going on here? We're starting off with the Coach's Choice warm-up. Wednesdays recently has been Coach's Choice. So let's, Coach, is up to you. Remember, core temperature warm-up. Taking about 3 minutes with this. Get that body temperature up, the blood flowing. Full range of motion about the joints just to get them warmed up, all that jazz. Then we have 2 rounds, 10 hollow body rocks. Remembering with this is we should have that same feeling of pushing our lower back, so that lumbar into the ground the whole entire time, and have it in contact while we are rocking. If someone, when they're doing that hollow body rock, they're back here and they're like, I just feel this in my lower back too much, bring their arms down so they're actually down there. Then 20 plank shoulder taps. Yes, I know we did it the day before, but guess what? We have a little bit more shoulder work to do today. So we want to make sure they're nice and warm and ready to rock and roll. Then we have 3 wall walks. So something I suggest here is let's just do our plank shoulder taps with our feet up against the wall. And then after the 20th one, we can go right into our wall walk. Coaches, things I have noticed with people being inverted upside down is a little bit lack of midline stabilization when inverted. And with that, I only call these people out because they were in my class and because I love them and because we worked on it and they got better. But that's going to be, I'm calling out Allie Thompson, I'm calling out Micah. Both of them, when you wonderful ladies, when you are upside down, I see a lot of lumbar extension, so lower back extension, for people that don't know what lumbar is. And so we want to think about, we're still trying to squeeze that butt while we're inverted and bring that rib cage down. You should feel your abs engaged when you're upside down. So that brings me back to those hollow body rocks. That hollow body position that we're doing, especially when our hands are behind us, is very much so similar to what we want to be when we are inverted against the wall. So when you're at the top of that wall walk, everyone, I want you to pause there for a second. And if you're like, man, I still feel this in my lower back, coaches, if they're comfortable with it, use that tactile cue, kind of get a little bit around their hips and kind of push a little bit on the abdominals, all right? Just the sides, the oblique area, just to get all of our abs rocking and a rolling. Another thing you can think about is pushing through your shoulders and crunching those abs and trying to feel that hollow body. Then we have 5 ring rows with 3-second pause at the top of each one. With that pause, I want us to make sure that we're keeping that proud open chest, all right? So technically, I'm still pinching back here technically, but I'm really trap dominant, which is more of a stabilizer muscle. So we're thinking not here, but 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 pulling down, just like that, okay? And we're thinking, pinch the shoulder blades back, pinch the shoulder blades back. So that's where that pause is going to be up there. Coaches, let's make sure that you see that pause and it's active there. But also, once you see, if you adjust someone, a lot of the times when you adjust one thing, something might have changed a little bit. And when we tell people to keep those shoulder blades pinched back, I want you to check their lower back. They might have, with that pinched back, they might have started to extend their lower back. So with that, making sure, even though there's the pinch, let's make sure they're still keeping rib cage pulled down. Cool? That's our warm-up. Then we're going to do our skill circuit, which is 3 rounds of 3 banded lowering turnovers. I know I've done a lot of these. We've done a lot of these. I know. It's okay, though, because they're good for us. And then we're doing 3 kick-ups to then descend down to tripod. So what is this? You're going to kick up to that wall. You're not going to be facing the wall. You're not facing the wall. You're just kicking up. And then I want you to then descend your head down to that pad. And then once you've done that, you get to then bring your feet down to that tripod. And then you'll kick off. then kick back up. All right, what is this doing? This is getting us, so we're getting that pattern of what? Introducing that kipping handstand push-up back. Okay, cool. So the workout we have is a 20-minute AMRAP, 2 ring muscle-ups, 4 kipping handstand push-ups, 8 kettlebell swings. 70/53 is prescribed with this. This is the Hero Wad Nate. Okay, so last week I threw you all into a dumpster fire. I really did. That was a aggressive workout on my part, and I did that on purpose because now we're looking at this, especially people that were able to do those ring muscle ups last week, that RX last week, they're gonna see, oh, I only have 2 ring muscle ups to do at a time, only have 4 handstand push-ups, only have 8. So boom, last week was more of a density builder, so a lot of reps of one thing before you go to the next. This one, the density is much less, but the volume is still going to be high. We are going to see some people getting 15 to 20 plus rounds, depending on who you are. Ben Hitz is one person I could see absolutely doing this. I'm getting 20 plus rounds. Brett, I could see doing that. Alyssa Carter, because I'm giving the bar muscle up option with her wonderful bar muscle ups, I can see her getting 20 plus rounds. I can see Brittany Straits getting 20 plus rounds because her bar muscle ups are great. So enough of that. 2 ring muscle ups, 4 handstand push ups, 8 kettlebell swings. With this, how I would like the scaling to go is dependent on the person. If we are someone that strength is the issue for the ring muscle up and the handstand push up, let's modify our scale, same thing. Those 2 ring muscle ups, let's make it 2 strict pull ups, 2 strict ring dips. Okay? Or if we need to modify it down a little bit more, 2 strict pull ups with a band, or maybe 2 ring rows, and then or actually, if we're doing ring rows, let's make that number a little bit higher. But coaches, you know how to scale with that. Handstand push-ups, if it is a strength thing and they are able to kick up, it's just the fact that they just don't quite have the strength to safely do kipping handstand push-ups. I would like us to do seated, so double dumbbell seated strict shoulder presses. All right, with that, also known as a Z press. And then kettlebell swing is a kettlebell swing. It is 70/53, so it is heavy. It should be a for the general population, the majority, the mean population of the gym. There should be one where the 8 you can do unbroken. That kind of gets your heart rate up. Okay, so this was a longer one. I do not apologize for that because I had a lot to say about this, specifically scaling. So once again, coaches, scaling is going to be dependent on the person, but let's just remember those rules, especially when it comes to the skill work. If it's due to strength, let's make that scale a challenging strength component. If it's due to the fact that they don't have a skill yet, maybe their turnover isn't great. It's think about Nick Pacifico right now. I would love to see him doing jumping ring muscle ups again. I know you've been doing those a lot recently, Nick. So I believe you've been doing it on 24-inch box. This week, let's do it on a 20-inch box while also a 25-pound plate on there. So your foot is on the 25-pound plate that's on the 20-inch box, because that's 2 inches less than that 24. So to make you pull a little bit more. All right. So yeah, and same thing with our handstand push-ups, all that jazz. Love you all. Bye.